Hi Sagittarius, welcome to your week ahead taroscope with me, Raphael from Reydiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. If you haven't already, please don't forget to like, share, and if you should so choose and this resonates, hit that subscribe button. If you are already a continued subby, you know I love you for it. Before we start, as always, I would like to bless my deck of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity, and abundance. And I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise and help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. So this week, for your key to the week, you have the Chariot card. So this could be a very triumphant week for you. This could be one of those weeks where you have, you know, like a personal win, or maybe you're challenging something that has been, you know, going on for a while, or something that is bigger than you. And this is the week where something comes full circle and you get that news where you've been victorious or you've been successful. Now, the thing that you want to be aware of as well, don't forget the Chariot card has a very quick or fast energy to it. So this week you could kind of, you know, just notice that it kind of zips by and you're like, okay, what, you know, where did the week go? So it's just something that you want to be aware of, right? And also, whatever you're doing this week, try to find a way to do it at a pace that is going to see you still being able to do it to the best of your ability. For your actions and options this week, you have the 8 of Swords. This is going to be a fast week, but that doesn't mean that you should rush it, right? And I kind of feel like this week you might want to move faster than you are able, which is interesting. I mean, this would definitely be a week for you to really think about where it is that you're getting in your own way, where it is that maybe there's a self-sabo there. Sometimes the 8 of Swords is constriction and confinement, but this is in your actions and options, which means something that you'd like to do, maybe you don't have the, you know, I mean, you've got the Chariot card, so you'll find a way to do this, right? But you are going to have to find a workaround. If you try to do something just through sheer force or brute force of will, the chances are you'll either tire yourself out or it just won't go ahead. So this will be a week for you to, you know, just take a moment. This is a week to use the brains, not the brawn. All right, for your communications and conversations, you have the 6 of Cups. Connections, communications with people from your past, or maybe even just you having a really good laugh this week. If you have siblings, the 6 of Cups, you know, very often represents those. And if you've got this with the Chariot card, this could be you and your sibling deciding that there's something you want to do together, maybe something you want to work on as a collaboration, which is really nice. But remember, you've got that 8 of Swords there, which, sorry, kind of suggests that you've got there's just, you're going to have to find a workaround this week. And I kind of feel like it's almost like, you know, like the bug in the ointment, or the fly in the soup as they call it, or on what's his name's head. I don't watch any of that stuff. It's just by its very nature it's destructive. But you know, you can't help but see memes in an ocean of the internet. But yeah, you know, it could be something like that, something that kind of draws focus this week, and you're going to have to find a way to get around it. For your money and materials though, look at this, you've got the 8 of Wands, right? So this is good news. If you have been seeking a pay rise, if you have been seeking money or financial recompense in line with the duties that you do, or maybe you know, you say, hang on a sec, you know what, I've worked really hard this year and I don't feel like I'm appreciated, and I actually feel like I should get some sort of, you know, this would be a good time to ask for a raise. Before all of you start trolling me in the comments, yes, I fucking know that there is a pandemic going on, and yes, there are a lot of tight things and restrictions and all the rest of it, but that doesn't mean that those things are affecting everybody in exactly the same way. I know people whose businesses have absolutely flourished and thrived in this time. I know, you know, people who have asked for raises, people have gone for jobs that pay higher than what they get. Some people have gone on to earn double what they earn. So you know what, these things are absolutely possible. This would be a good week, but you're going to have to find a workaround, right? This would be a good week for you to ask for a raise. This might even be you getting some news of a bonus of some sort. Remember, you've got the Chariot card infusing all of this. For your physical health and vitality, this would be a week where you want to look after your back, your spine, and especially your heart as well. Now, you know, I'm not a medical professional. I can't give you that kind of advice. And when I say these things, like, I'm sure some people think like, oh my gosh, is he saying that, you know, I'm just going to suddenly keel over? No, it's just saying that these are the general areas that you might find your ailments come up in. All right. And then for your home and environment, this week it looks like you're hearing some news about somebody that's coming to stay with you. This is somebody that lives at a distance from you though, but they will be traveling to spend time with you. And then you've got the 2 8s here. Remember, 2 8s in a tarot spread, new knowledge. So there's new information or insight coming in this week. And then finally, for your love and relations, you have the King of Swords. All right, so for those of you that are single, you could be meeting somebody that is possibly somebody from your past. And, you know, to describe this person, this might have been somebody that was a little bit of a tearaway, you know, like that person that you look back on and you think like, oh, you know, that person was a bit, you know, they were a bit full on. And then, you know, they turn up and they're all of a sudden the King of Swords, like complete straight lace, totally sober, you know, maybe, you know, having really done very well for themselves in business of some sort. For a lot of you, I feel like this is somebody coming back in from the past, and I think you'll be very surprised at who this person is now, you know, as opposed to who they were when they were younger. So really interesting, really interesting. For those of you that are partnered or already in long-term relationships or marriages, this kind of suggests that there's something that you guys are doing to make something official. So this is something that you're moving ahead with, especially if there's some sort of a business idea there or something that you want to create or something that you're doing together. This is where, you know, you're literally signing on the dotted line, but it would be more about the, you know, the implications, like, okay, what are the financial ramifications of doing this? What are the, you know, what's the paperwork, the legislation, what licenses are we going to need to do this? I really like that, actually. You know, it's the King of Swords ultimately, so it's you know, it's decent. It just means that you're going to have to, again, you might need to find a workaround with this. All right. With that said, I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Have an amazing week. Let me know in the comments how it shapes up. Take care, and I'll see you soon.